LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Tate. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. With the catch, it's Peoples. Flying out to the left. The 30. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets it out quickly. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
The Buckeyes line it up with a first and goal. He wants to throw it. Get it out on the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. And great job on the base defense making a play.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That's caught. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Snap from the gun on third down. A strike downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Across the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Anderson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. LSU lining up first and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.